So we're continuing our conversation about fundamental principles in creating long-lasting relationships. The final thing that I want to mention is also incredibly important, and it's just as important as honesty, and that is communication. Communication, communication, communication. Why is communication so important? Communication is important because communication is the tool that allows me to be honest. Communication is the tool that allows me to create this space for respect. Communication is the tool that allows me to let my partner, my beloved, my husband, my wife, whoever I'm in a relationship with, know what's going on with me day to day. Communication is crucial because guess what? Perception is a personal thing. The things that I communicate to my partner are things that I'm thinking about in one way. And what it's important to understand is that the way that you are thinking about what you communicate may not be the same as the way the person you're communicating with receives it. And so communication becomes really, really important so that people are clear about what it is that you're trying to say. And that may mean saying things in different ways so that the person that you're communicating with, this person that you're in relationship with, absolutely understands what it is that you're trying to say. And even within that, you must understand that the way that the person receives that may be different. You may never actually meet as far as what your intention is in communicating and what the perception is with the person that you're communicating with the concerned. So that's really, really important to understand. And that's why communication is so important. It has to be this ongoing thing so that when there are misunderstandings in communication, there are ongoing opportunities for clarity. The danger with a lack of communication is that when things are only said one way, then they may be received one way. And that the way that they're received may not match your intention with the communication. So it makes ongoing communication important because that ongoing communication creates this really beautiful space for a misunderstanding to be understood clearly. But that can only come if you continue to have conversations and communication with your beloved. And actually, why wouldn't you? That's part of being in this beautiful relationship, is that you want to communicate with, you want to share with your beloved all of these wonderful things that have happened to you and that you have encountered throughout your day while you have not been around them, the things that you have been thinking about, people that you have encountered, experiences that you've had, emotions that have come up, all of that you want to share. And what that does is that it creates the opportunity to re-examine boundaries. It creates the opportunity to re-establish honesty, these fundamental principles that we talked about earlier. It creates this wonderful opportunity for your relationship to be continuously fluid, shifting and changing, and the space for that to happen is always there because you're always having this wonderful open communication. Now, let's continue this conversation about communication because this is important. Communication has to be continuous, especially when it's hard. Especially when you hit those parts of the relationship where things are challenging and difficult. That is not the opportunity to back off from communication. That's actually the opportunity for you to communicate even more, because quite often when you hit those bumps, when things become challenging, when you feel as if people are not in union in a relationship, though quite often it's as a result of dishonesty, it's as a result of disrespect, and it's as a result of boundaries being crossed without knowledge. And the only way that those feelings, emotions associated with all of that can be resolved is through communication. And when you do not communicate those things, what happens is resentment creeps in. And if you want to have a long-lasting, loving, open, honest, beautiful and fluid relationship, then even and especially in difficult times, communication is important. It must be ongoing. This is your relationship work. Communication, communication, communication. It must happen. The three principles are hand in hand with each other. Honesty, mutual respect, and communication. If you are doing those three things consistently, you have created the space to have a long-lasting, loving relationship. So that's it for today. We've been talking about fundamental principles in creating a long-lasting relationship. So remember them. Remember them, remember them, remember them. They are honesty, mutual respect, communication. Of course there are more, but these are three really important fundamentals that must be present. Absolutely must be present. And I want you to work on those three things. Please give me feedback. Let me know what you think. If this touched on something that you're experiencing right now, let me know. Subscribe to this channel. Give me your feedback. I always want to hear from my subscribers. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for today's session of Drew's Reading Room. I look forward to your comments, and I look forward to the next session. Love and blessings.